hot like that, and everybody in my building. I think that's the closest we all bonded that summer because we was all outside.
Kit Kat said riding bikes to the lakes, or excuse me, riding bike to the lake, and listening to music at the bandstand while eating Baskin Robbins ice cream. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right, Kit
I
Kat.
want to do that today.
Right? Doug Ramsey said beach. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Doug.
Could you be a little bit more vague?
He likes going to the beach.
All right. Which
Lisa
whatever.
Bryan says the whole family going to the beach at night and eating Italian ices until we cooled off and got sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest things about summer is sleeping at night in the heat. And Mindy from the Jason and Mindy Show says going camping at Stony Lake. Yeah, in Michigan. That's where Mindy's from, Michigan.
Been there.
With my whole family and cousins that were around the same age and their families. Always an annual summer event. That sounds like a good family time.
And
right
Michigan
there.
is beautiful.
Kmart says, going to Chicago for most of July, hey Pip, and August. I would stay at my grandmother's house and hang out with my cousins. Play basketball at the park, go to the Taste of Chicago, and just have fun. The family reunions would have.
They would have them in Argo. I know what Argo. That's a city.
Oh, I'm like, we were like, where? What is that? Who is that?
Yeah,
We didn't know what that was.
Right. The night before, we would have a family bowling matches. The next day at the reunion, there would be barbecue on the grill. We would have a family softball game. The older cousins would hoop while the younger ones would run around and play while the elderly would yell at them. Those were great times. I would hang out with one of my cousins because she would always have one of her female friends over, and I ended up losing my virginity to one of them when I was 13 one day when my aunt wasn't home. My cousin was cool and covered for me. So, yeah, summers were lit, especially when I would go to Chicago. Then top it off, my birthday was the end of August. Damn, okay, we get it, man. You got laid. Shit.
No, I don't blame him.
It
Go
was
ahead.
a lot.
He
It
had
was
a
the
good
family
time.
reunion. Chicago was lit for him.
Yeah.
It was. I get
Barbecue, family reunions. He lost his virginity. It was his birthday. Shit, goddamn. Pip, was you there?
Wow. Okay. So let's go in. Let's take it inside to the crew. Mr. Pip, what was some of your favorite memories?
I have so many. I have
I
so
know.
many, but I'm going to just pick one, and it is the summer that I was 15 years old. That summer was the summer that I got my first paycheck for acting. I signed a
Wow.
contract to be part of the Peoria Park Players, and I was the lead in a show that we toured to parks and to old folks' home and to children's other day camps and stuff like that. We performed for them, and that happened that summer. That was the first time that ever happened. And that same summer, I also lost my virginity
Awesome.
while When Doves Cry played in the background.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Dig, if you will, the picture. Every time I hear that song, I get a little moist.
Oh,
Wow.
my God. The doves cry.
That song is going to be changed for me.
I know. It's changed for me now.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, God, when doves cry.
When Pip cries.
Oh, there was no crying. There was no
Could
crying.
be something that already make me think about sex. It has to
Oh,
just
my
be
God.
like something
There
that's
was no
just
crying. Matter of fact, remember when you're young and you just want to kiss and make out all the time and your lips be chapped and sore from all the
afterward,
kissing? Yeah.
Your face be tired.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
that.
Damn.
So good. That's it. That's my favorite summer
Dejan, what about
school
you?
days memory.
What's yours?
Ah, man. My summers were always like super fun because I always had my cousins, my brother, and everybody was
Right.
there. But I remember it's two things. I remember first, and we're from LA, so always the beach. But we do like the beach bonfires out here. So I remember like going to beach bonfires back in the day, roasting marshmallows and making s'mores with like my mom and my cousins and everybody, hiking out there across the sand to set up, and everything was always hard. But the best childhood memory I can say that I had was when we turned my mama's carpet runner. You know, the plastic carpet runner she put.
Into a slip and slide?
We turned that shit into a slip and motherfucking slide.
God.
I
Hello.
was feeling you was going to say that.
Slip and slide. Let me tell you, get you a plastic runner. Get you some dishwashing liquid.
Oh, my God.
And a water hose. You're gonna slip and motherfucking slide, and that was the best. And we was all clean as hell. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what. I will never forget that. And we had the most fun sliding. We had the best fun. All the kids from the neighborhood came. It was incredible. Like, I'm telling you, I looked up and it was like 20 kids in line to slide on my mama. And my mama came home from work. And we had her carpet runner and her dishwashing liquid outside. At first she was tripping, and then she was like, whatever.
Then she go like, hey, my kids are smart.
She was like, I'll get some more shit from the dollar store. Y'all, you ain't in my goddamn house tearing up. So, shit, fuck it. To each his own. Don't hurt yourself.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my. And what about you, Dino?
Well, I hate to bring the show down a little bit, but no, I don't. Growing up, I don't have good summer memories. I was working.
Oh.
I was working like a little slave.
Because your parents were strict. They were more strict, your dad or your mom?
I worked all the time, so I spent my summers working.
What was like your favorite childhood job? Or
job? What child wants a job? I wanted to be out playing and slip and slide like y'all.
I know, right?
Busting nuts and slipping and sliding and
fucking
all
our
that kind of
shit
stuff. Man,
up on that side, on that concrete.
No, I didn't start having fun summer memories until I was like older. I was grown and left the house or whatever. Like I was talking about earlier, the just kind of hanging out with the homies, drinking, you know, and playing some Warren G. So, you know, listening to really good music and just hanging out playing dominoes and
y'all never took
you
never took a summer trip or anything with your family?
One summer we went to Detroit. To Detroit. That was fun. I did that, and I got to see my father's side of the family.
Sure.
So we did that once.
Because that was another thing I loved about summer is taking family trips.
My mama had no money.
Well, we went to relatives.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
we went to relatives. Yeah. And then if it was an amusement park nearby, we might go someplace. But and we always, because near Chicago is a Six Flags, Great America.
Okay.
So there was always some of that in the summertime too.
Yeah. I think I was like a little bit more like, we had to be creative in the summertime. It wasn't until like I got older that I was able to like work and make money that I was like really able to like go out and take trips and do stuff like that. That didn't come for me till.
But we also did that with church groups too. Like, church get a van and you pay whatever and you just go, and then your mom gives you some money for food for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Yeah.
I wish we had summer breaks now.
I know.
And somebody to give you money.
Right? Shoot, I'm trying to get $5 off my mama. She was tripping.
I just remember getting up and my grandmother going like, get out the house. And just having to leave the house and be gone all day long. Because she didn't want to be dealing with us.
My mama never had to say that. My mama was like, did you brush your teeth? You outside running around? People smelling your breath. Look at your hair. Get your ass in here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was my mama.
Well, my grandmother watched us in the summer. So
yeah, my grandma did too. This was my mama coming up from the afternoon from the night before. She was gone. She went to the club. She was just coming home. That's why I was outside like that, because she was not there. Because she wasn't there. That's why.
Wow.
But she was good. It was cool. She was having fun. She had fun.
Put a wow emoji on that one.
I was safe. I was safe. My granny was there. I was safe.
Okay, let's get into our mail. Okay, before we get into our mail, our question for next week. One of these days, I'll get it right.
It's all right. It's new for us, so we know it's new for y'all. So make sure we get y'all the question for next week.
Okay, the question for July 8th, 2018, is what reoccurring dreams or nightmares have you had?
Oh, my God. That's a good one, Dino.
I have them, so I was like, See, you guys, I think about you guys, and not just you guys here in the studio, but our listeners.
Yeah.
Like when I'm living my life, Like, I think about you guys, and I wonder what they would think about this, or how they would feel about. I'm gonna ask, and I had a dream, you know, or actually I didn't have a dream. They were talking about dreams on something I was listening to, and I thought about some of the reoccurring dreams that I've had, and I was like, I wonder what some of the reoccurring dreams our listeners and the crew and what they've had, you know. So I'm like, that's a good question for next week.
That's crazy.
So yeah, we want to know what reoccurring dreams or nightmares have you guys had or still have. I still have some.
I still have some too. I'm gonna get a dream book. We're gonna decipher this.
Oh, that would be great if we could have it by the time next week. I've had like at least three or four. I think I've had 4 different reoccurring dreams. Yeah. So
I know. I can remember one very vividly right now that I'm having.
Okay. Good. Save it.
I'm saving it.
Save it next week. Exactly. Okay. So, well, this piece of mail comes from Chaz, who sent this in last week, but I omitted it. I forgot it because, you know, you guys send mail everywhere. So on occasion, I'm going to miss something or forget something. And when I do, just hit me up like Chaz did. Be like, Dino, you forgot my feedback. So what he's talking about is like a few weeks old because, like I said, this was from last week. And, he was referring to stuff even further back. So here we go. I was waiting for Pip's broke-ass hacks. This is the week that we didn't. Actually, it was supposed to be Dejan's segment, and we didn't have it because we were short on time. I was waiting for Pip's broke-ass hacks. Had my notepad and everything, only to find out BTG bringing in the hack about 2-hour parking validation for a $2 win. Every penny counts.
Yes,
All I could really do is wipe off the sweet tear he generated in the corner of my eye and wonder if we may possibly be related. As for the comments about pride amongst the races, I have one observation. When all the black to yellow races show pride, it's a celebration of people who contributed to the nation through history, food, custom, and overcoming the odds. But when white American pride is celebrated, it's about the oppression, defiance of the norms of humanity, and wanting it all to manifest itself into movement to go back and perpetrate the good racist run on all that escaped it previously. That is not prideful, that is evil. They are not the only race that has contributed to the blood and soil of this nation. Okay,
I get his point.
Yeah, some extent.
White people shouldn't have parades. Y'all don't have nothing to celebrate.
The views that are expressed by the listeners do not reflect the views of the Shiznit Show crew or the Red Rock Podcast Network. Okay.
I get his point. I ain't mad at you.
Uncle Powers writes, I figured Pip was probably going to... You know what?
Uncle!
Dejan, you want to read this one?
I figured Pip was probably going to read me for my last feedback. So when he wasn't in studio the day you read it, I thought I had skated. But of course, he did not forgive or forget. And the very next show, he went in on me. So, like any self-respecting, almost affiliated ex-wannabe gangster, I figured it was time for me to clap back.
Okay.
At first, I thought about recording a diss track, but I'm pretty sure he's no battle rapper. So I went to Twitter to start some tweetings instead. It turns out he's got over 2,000 followers, and I have, well, let's just say less than him.
2,000 is not that many.
Yeah.
So I decided to be the bigger man and apologize to put an end to all this senseless black-on-black violence, Pip. Plus, Pip is my second favorite gay dude of all times, so I can't stay mad at him. And it turns out he was right. I had misspelled his name. When I Googled his name correctly, he had way more hits than I gave him credit for. But still, he doesn't seem to use his Google me bitch tagline.
Aw. Is there more?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He doesn't use his Google me bitch tagline anymore since I wrongfully clowned him about it. So in the interest of increasing the piece, I have a few alternatives he might want to reconsider.
Black alternatives.
My God. Here we go. Number 1. It's Pip, your favorite artist, favorites artist.
Nope.
Okay. Wait. Number 2. I am D me, bitch.
Nope.
All right, well, okay. Number 3. Official Uncle Powers rated second favorite gay dude of all time.
Yeah. That's
No.
pretty wordy, too. That's the better of the 3, but nope.
P.S. What's up, Deshaun? It's still your world, girl. Aw, thank
That
you,
is
Uncle.
hilarious.
Thank you, Uncle.
All right.
That was
I love you.